Good afternoon, students. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So last class I have discussed a lot of things regarding the Java, all at the concerning the theoretical perspective. Today we will see that how we can write the programming. In the last class, as I have remembered that I have also written a small code like Hello World program in Java. So today we will do the same thing in our compiler. I have already told to you, you will be ready to your own compiler. Maybe it can be VS Code or BlueJ or whether NetBeans, Eclipse, or you may use the online compiler as well. In my end, I will write the code in using the BlueJ. So everybody just open your respective text window where you can write your code. Just confirm me whether my screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I am making my class name as first. So this is going to be my program name. This is the editor comes in my compiler where I can write the code. So these are the suggestions. So I am removing them. Only this part I will keep where I will write the code. And these are all right now redundant. Okay, so public class first. Okay, whereas first is the class name as well as my program name you can see is first, and the class I have written as public. If you use as public or you can keep it only class first. It's up to you. But public have a certain understanding or certain thing that we should learn in the consecutive classes why we should use public or whether we should not use public. Now first thing we will write the main function. The main function is public static void main, where I will put the argument as string args, and the program we will write inside the main for few first days. After that, we will add out something will outside the main based on the object-oriented concept. Here, the first program I am interested to write that is hello world. System dot out dot println. Ln is for the new line. I don't use the ln, whereas I will use to write the backslash n for the new line inside the string itself. Hello world. Okay, after writing this one, when you compile it, you will get the class get compiled, so no syntax error. Once you run the code for my compiler, you have to open the other window. This is the first program, right click it, void main string, then OK, and you can see the output. In your environment, maybe the different way to print the output or execute the program. In this environment, we will do to run this program in this way. Any question regarding the program? The program I have already been written yesterday in the last class. So this is the piece of code to give you hello world. So this is basically the first Java program has been discussed.
Sir,
Go ahead.
স্যার স্ট্যাটিক কিওয়ার্ড এখানে কি ডিফাইন করছে?
No, I will discuss everything, public, static, public, everything. This is the first code. Everything will be discussed. Okay.
ওকে
Just understand the basic structure. Why you have written the program? Where I am written the statement, I am written the statement inside the main function. Just try to execute the program from your end and let me know if you face any type of problem or not. Because if first
No, sir,
program
no
is run,
problem.
can be run successfully, then you can run any of the program from your end. So this is the basic one. Try to execute from your environment. I am giving you some time to execute it. Once done, let me know, then I will go for the
Yes,
next
sir,
one.
done.
Okay, another program. I want to use an user-defined function to my program. So in that case, I am creating another one new class. Here the program name I am giving as addition. So this is our class. I am open the editor to write the program. The same thing. So these are unnecessary. Now, first I am creating a user-defined function. Now to create the user-defined function, the same principle will be followed as we have learned from the C programming. That means a function signature. Once I am giving us void, the function name I am giving add. Now two parameters I have written int a and int b. Same thing, int a and int. And within this, I am going to calculate a plus b. And a plus b I am storing inside C. C equals to a plus b. And the value will be printed. System dot out dot print. Here addition between class A class and class B is class C. So always try to write the output in this order. It is very much understandable to the user if another user is executing a program. So
Hello,
the
sir.
result will be addition between 10 if A is 10 and B is 20. So output is looks like addition between 10 and 20 is 30. So that is the most promising way to represent your output. Now your main function. Public static void main. As of now, public static void main just understand as a rhymes. After a few class, we will understand that what is the purposes. Now, think one thing. If I want to call add here, so this is our function, right? If I want to call add here, so how we can call? I can call that add 10, 20. This is a function call. Yes or no? This
Yes,
is
sir.
the method call. Now, one problem is that the add method is not present in the scope of main. So that's why you can get an error. Non-static method add cannot be referred from a static constant. So that is different. So as of now, just understand that add is written under class, under the scope of class addition. But you are trying to call this add function through the main. So this add is not visible from this definition. So how to do this? How to resolve this problem? By creating the object. So how we can create the object? The object is definitely created by the class. So I have the class addition. So I am writing that addition. Now the object name. Object name can be anything. Obj. Or you can take as A, B, C, D, anyone, any of these. So addition obj equals to new addition. So I have successfully called the object. Now it comes to the actual discussion. Now once I am creating an object, so what is actually being here? Now my program, I hope you have written the program. This is the object. Now in my program, what are the things? In that program addition, what are the components? I have A, I have B, I have C, and I have an add function, right? These are the component of the program. Now out of them, A, B, C, out of them A, B, C are called as data. This is our data. Whereas int add or void add, whatever the function we have called, this is called as method. This is called as method. Once I am creating the object, that is obj, that means I am binding them together. I am binding the data as well as method. So what is the insights of this object? The insight is A, B, C is being present, and also add is being present. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I want to generate the result, then how we can call this add? How we can call this add? Now, if we want to call this add, I first reach to object. The first time I will reach to object. After that, I can reach to the add, because add is not be a part of the global space. It is being encapsulated, or it has been covered by the object obj. So the right way to call the add, that is obj dot add. So what is this dot? Dot is an operator. So dot is an operator. This is called as member access operator. It is an operator which is called as member access operator. Member access operator. Now so I am moving back to the program. So instead of add, what I am trying to write obj.add. Now you can see that the error goes off. So this is my method is called. So once the method has been called successfully, so this definition will be called. A will be 10, B will be 20, C will be 30, and you can see the message. So let's compile the program. You can see that compilation is done successfully. Then it's the time to execute the code. So I have already told in my environment the execution procedure is different in form with respect to your examples. So you can see here. So I am just making a clear because it shows the previous exam output. Now you can see that addition between 10 and 20 is 30. Understood? This is the most promising way to print the output. Don't print only 30. What is the meaning of this 30? So you have to give some additional string to support your output. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the concept of the object. So we will talk more about the object. So this is the first
হ্যালো স্যার
object program we have done. কি
স্যার
বলছিলে বলো
বলছি
কেউ?
স্যার কোডটা একটু দেখতে চাইছিলাম আর কি স্যার কোডটা আমার হয়নি লেখা পুরোটা ওই জন্য
দেখো দেখো, you will get additional time. No issue. So just complete it and let me know.
স্যার অ্যাডিশনের জন্য এটা পুরোটা একটা কোড, তাই তো?
অ্যাডিশনের জন্য একটা কোড থ্রু ফাংশনস, থ্রু মেথডস।
ইয়েস স্যার।
হ্যালো স্যার
স্যার আমার আমার এইটার এসে যখন আমি প্রিন্ট সিস্টেম ডট আউট ডট প্রিন্ট দিচ্ছি, স্যার প্রিন্ট এলএন নিচ্ছে, তো স্যার এলএনটা কি?
lm for new line, l for line, n for new line, ठीक है? And instead of new line I am using this backslash n. Backslash n is also for new line. Understood?
ইয়েস স্যার।
I am first day I am telling that ln is not good because once you have print the patterns, once you have, so you don't have the control on ln what to give the next line. So better apply the next line as per it as per your convenience by using the backslash. But you can use ln. Okay, now I am talking to the question who has asked what is the meaning of the static. Who has asked the question?
Sir, it's Nivedita.
It's Nivedita. Now, in static word, I think it is probably being taught in the C classes, right or not?
Yes, sir.
So just tell me your concern on static, or anybody else can try. What you know about static, then I will discuss what is actually the static is happening here.
Sir, in C we have done a code like static a equal 10. So this a value we can use in any function or main function. We have done like
Okay, I understand that what code you have written. And one thing, whenever I have asked to any question to all of you, I am not interested about the syntax that how you can write it static int a equals to some value. Rather, I am interested to know the concept of static, because the static concept in Java present by. So I am not interested on syntax anymore. Rather, I am interested on concept. Now the concept is, listen it carefully. If I declare a variable, so let's write a code to discuss it. To discuss the static one, I am introducing the C program because it is difficult to understand the concept in Java. Understand the static to all of you. Now I am creating a function that is void x, and here I am declaring int static int a equals to 10. Okay, and after that print f percentage d, or before that backslash n, a is percentage d comma a, and after that I have incremented the a by 1, a plus. Okay, now here what I have did, or I am doing, I am calling the function. How many times? Not the single times. I am calling the function for 3 times. 3 times the function will be called. So that means 3 times this function will be executed, right? So 3 times printf will be executed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, let's
Yes, sir.
save it. Where I will save it. I am giving a static concept. Okay, after that execute, compile this code. So compilation done successfully. Now run the code. So what you get? You get 10, 11 and 12. Just remember the output. বলছি Amazon থেকে বোধহয় এসে নিয়ে নাও। Okay, so remember the output 10, 11, 12. Okay, now what I do, I just simply eliminate the static over here. I am just changing what changing I have done. Instead of static, I am just omitting the static and compile and execute the program. In that case, what changes you have done, or what changes you can see? 10, 10, 10. If I am using static, the output was 10, 11, 12, and here the output is only 10, 10. Now come to the static. Okay, now what is actually happening here? When this x function first time called, so this is the first time called. So this program head will go here, right? So now the first initial value of a, what will be the value of a? A is 10, right? Once the function first time called, the a is 10. After that, what it prints? The present value. What is the value? 10. No issue. After that, 10 is incremented by 1. So 10 becomes 11. Okay. Now when the second time is called, when the function calls second time, this is a normal variable, not a static variable. That means once the function returns for the first time, when the function calls for the first time, the function returns after incrementing a plus plus So the variable has been destroyed. So the information of a equals to 11 has been destroyed. And again, second time when function will be called, a will be reassigned with 10. So a becomes 10, right? And again, a will be printed as 10. Then what happens? A is incremented by 11. After that, the function returns the value of 11 has been destroyed. Again, it will be start from the beginning. So as many as time you are running this code or call this function, you will get the same output. But once you have make a variable as static, the static variables created once, the static variable created once, and it will be alive from throughout the program. That means the program returns from the main. When the main has been completed, then only the static variable destroyed. And normal variable destroyed every time when the function goes out of scope. And static variable only being destroyed when the program gets out of scope. Program gets out of scope means when main function ends. And when function gets out of scope means when this function returns. Understood or not?
Understand.
Now again execute the program. 10, 11, 12. Now the variable is treated as a static. It is called qualifiers. When the is whatever we will return before the data type, that is int, that is called as a qualifiers. So it will give additional qualification to the variable. Integer means it can store integer variables. That is. So what you have doing, you are putting additional qualifiers as static, through which you can get some of the benefits. I think it is clear to all of you.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, if I want to get the value of a equals to 10 again after the 3 calls of the x function, sir, is it possible or by using the static variable? I mean static declaration here.
No, one thing what you can do, that your initial value is 10. How many times you have called the function? 3 times, right? So what is the present
Yeah.
value of a? Present value of a after incrementing the last increment, that is 10, 11, 12. After 12 when prints, after that it will be incremented. That is the
Yes.
final value, right? So
Yes, sir.
how many times you have called the function?
3
3 times.
times.
So 12 is your final value plus 1 because of this a plus plus. So what is the value we have generated? 13 minus times of function calls minus 3. So you will get the initial value. Understood?
Yes, sir, I understand the concept, but what will be the code? I mean,
কোডটা
minus
কি হবে?
operation. Minus
কোডটা
operation,
কিছুই
sir.
হবে না তোমার। সরি,
No, sir, আপনি বললেন না যে মাইনাস হয়ে যাবে, যে ফাংশন কল থেকে ওটা মাইনাস করতে হবে, তো সেই জায়গাটা কি বলুন?
হ্যাঁ সেটা যদি তুমি ইনিশিয়াল ভ্যালুটা যদি চাও তাহলে তুমি কি করবে দেখছি।
अगर तुम 3 बार रन करना चाहती हो उसको, तो इफ एल्स कंडीशन में डाल दो कि अगर मेरा ये 3 बार
नो 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 नो
रन कर
अंजनी,
गया।
शी इज नॉट
Yeah.
आस्किंग व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू से।
नहीं नहीं, ये नहीं, मतलब ये तीनों कॉल करने के बाद मुझे, मतलब कि हो सकता है कि नहीं, ये पॉसिबिलिटी कि
She is
जितने भी
asking about that after 3 calls she wants the initial value that was 10, right Nivedita?
यस सर, या
So what you need to do in that case? In that case you need to change some values, like you need to return some integer. What is the integer you return? So you will take a value as static count, static int count equals to 0, and every time a is incremented you will increment the count by 1. because of you need to count that how many times your function has been called, and in the last time you will return the count, you will return the count, and every time this function changes the return type from void to this one, so every time you before the call you need to store this one into some other variable, some integer variable, because it will return count value every time. So the last time when the function returns, you will get r as the count value. Now what you do, you will print f,
Yes.
you will write that initial value of a is percentage d. Now initial value মানে কি, final a value কত হচ্ছে তোমার, final a value you will get
A
12.
minus R.
12 আমি হার্ড কোডেই লিখছি, কিছু করার নেই, কারণ I don't have any information inside main about a. So 3 times you have called, that means final value is 12 plus 1, sorry, 12 plus 1. Why this plus 1? Because you have a plus plus over here. Now minus the r value, that is the last updated count value. Okay, the initial value of a is 10.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So this is actually what you have asking. I am just showcase to you, but the question is doesn't mean any type of
Yes.
thing. So you have taken some value. Why you are wanting the initial value? I am just showcasing that one to understand the static concept. That's it. Okay. So now, if I am talking about your question that why it is static. Now in the others day I have discussed about how the Java program runs. Now Java program, tell me in which line, this is the whole program, right? Now tell me what is the starting point of the program. Who will give the answer? What is the starting point out of these 10 lines or 12 lines? What is the starting point of the program?
Class addition, public class addition.
No, the starting point is always in main,
Public static
in
void
every
main
program.
string. Yes, sir.
In C also the starting point is line number 11, not in has include or everything. This is the starting point. Now these programs first time starts from main. Now very conceptual concept, when we calling this addition, when we calling this add function. Add is a function. How we can call this function? Through the object, right? Through the obj. So before calling add, I have to create the obj. Just think broadly, main is a function, yes or no? Main is a method.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So how the main will be called? Now the question is, if you want to call the main, you have to create the object first, then you can call the main, as I have seen in case of the addition. But if you are creating the main object, main is the first time, main is the first line of the code or the first starting point. In the starting point, you are telling that before the starting point you just create the object of the main. So that is not possible practically. So that's why main is static. So if I want to omit this one, just one, if I want to omit this one, my add will not work, but add will work if I make add as static void add. And what I have used here, without creating the object, I am creating addition dot add. So class name dot function. If I compile it, you can see no errors. Without creating the object, I am calling the add. But why? Because add is now not a normal function, it is a static function. So if I run this code, you can see the same output as we have seen previously. You can see that I just cleared them, close this one, run the program again. You can see that same out. So that means to call the main for the first time, if main is not static, so main will not be found, because without static method you have to create the object first. But who is creating the object for main? Because main is responsible for doing the everything, and if you want to create the object of the main, so who is responsible now? No one is there. So that's why we always write main as a static, because once we have declared a static, then we don't need to create the object. So the concept of the static is two types. One means once you have declared a variable or method as static, then and there memory will be allocated. Then and there memory will be allocated. And if you creating a method as non-static, that is void add, the memory is not created. Now you can tell me, you can ask question that where the memory has been created. Memory has been created by using this obj. When I am creating the object, all the memory of int a, b, c and add has been created. So that's why after that I have to take the help of that reference to call the add function to work properly. Another thing is that this new, what is new? New is an operator. New is used to create memory dynamically. As you have seen in case of the C programming, calloc malloc. Calloc malloc creates the memory dynamically by using the new method. The new method, new keyword or new operator is used to allocate memory dynamically. So in Java, there is no concept about the pointer, but still Java allocates memory dynamically by using the new operator. So we will talk more about on that. So I hope the static concept is little bit clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I am sharing this question, sharing this problem to the chat box. Read the C programming language very carefully. Don't think that C is required for everywhere. If you want to go for academics, you want to go for higher studies, if you want to go for industries, the concept of C will require, and no one will give a training on C. Once you have coming from a CSE background, then the interviewer of the every person can understand that you know at least C. Because you can understand that in nowadays the syllabus gets changed. EC are learning Java, Civil is learning Java, but just think about 5 years back when the old syllabus are running in the Macau. In that times also, EC students are also getting placed in TCS, CTS or big MNCs along with the IT students or CSE students. So how the thing will be possible? Because of the C. They only know one language, C. So C is a very vital. If you know the concept of C properly, then you can learn any of the languages very easily. That was the concept. So that's why those EC or mechanical or electrical students are getting hired for those days. So don't neglect the C. Total 28 participants. So wait for some time. I will give your attendance. I am calling your name, just response. Abdullah, Abhishek.
Sir, Abdul sir, it's Abdul. Shahzad Azim.
Oh
স্যার
sorry,
এটা
sorry,
আমাদের এটা না।
এটা আমি সেকেন্ড ইয়ারেরটা নিয়ে নিয়েছি। কোনো ক্লাস হচ্ছে
কে বাবু
Okay, today I am not taking the attendance informally because I have a different mechanism to collect your attendance. So I am just forward to that document to the third year CSE group. You can see that how many times you have present in the class. So don't expect that whatever your attendance by today, I will give them all attendance, whether you have present in 10 minutes or 15 minutes in the entire meeting. From the next day, I will call you accordingly, one by one as the
Okay, sir.
attendance is concerned. Today, I don't have your name sheet with me. So from the next day, I will call the attendance from the normal way. And today, whoever is present, I have sending the document, just check it. Okay, and the notes and the videos will be uploaded soon. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.